Hello and welcome to QUTV News today. I'm Tyler Menendez. It is a beautiful day here in Quincy, Illinois. QUTV investigates North Campus and the possibility for student housing, and students share how to relieve their stress from the upcoming finals week.
And I'm Jake Vitale. Plus, students find a way to get off campus and enjoy the weather. And campus ministry takes students to retrace the steps of a famous priest. And that's where we start today. QU Campus Ministry has completed a pilgrimage. The pilgrimage was in commemoration of Father Augustus Tolton. QU Campus Ministry walked 35 miles within 2 days, tracing the priest's life. The route took participants from where he was born to where he escaped slavery, and finally to where he is buried.
End of story.
From Brush Creek, Missouri, Quincy, Illinois. The pilgrimage started where Father Tolton was born and then buried.
I'm here because I wanted to grow closer in my faith, and I thought it would just be fun to do. I just expect to grow closer to God and just make new friends and enjoy company.
Along the way, the group encountered a stray puppy. After calling the phone number on the puppy's collar, he was soon reunited with his family.
Preparation for the Father Tolton pilgrimage, a lot of planning and a lot of supplies and resources had to be gathered and routes planned out. Here's Hunter Hildebrand describing what he went through planning for the pilgrimage.
Well, we had to plan out like how far we were gonna walk and the breaks and like all the money we had to get to pay for food and stuff. It was a lot of just figuring out how we're gonna do this and how far we're gonna walk before we take a break. And we had to reserve the church here, and we had to reserve a campground, so we had a place to stay. It was just more just figuring out to make sure everybody would be safe and be able to enjoy the trip and not get hurt.
Wes Sheeler, QUTV News on the Father Tolton pilgrimage.
Thank you, Wes. Participants say the pilgrimage brought them together as friends and in their faith. Father Tolton is being considered for sainthood. The Venerable Father Tolton only needs 2 more miraculous acts of healing to be declared a saint.
As we approach finals, students stress and worry to build up. Professors always tell us to study and how you'll be fine. Many students share their techniques that help them relieve stress. QUTV's Tony Lundy takes us across campus to find new stress buster techniques.
With finals approaching us fast, students are using creative ways to handle the stress of huge exams and essays. Some students find simple distractions with multitasking to take their mind off the studying.
I don't typically have many stress issues relating to my schoolwork, but when I do, I typically play video games or read through the study guide, play more video games, watch the movies, or any of that type of stuff.
Although students feel that it is all about how you study, the Student Success Center tries to heal the stress of exams by enforcing study hours with some coaches. Some students, however, find their distractions elsewhere.
My grade's high enough by the end of the year. I don't have to worry about the finals because I've got such a high grade that even if I tank it, I'm still passing. But stress hits everyone, so if I do get to that point, I just go out with the boys and I hang out all day.
Stress comes in all different waves and our body tends to react differently depending on the person. For me, I like to stress eat. That's kind of my thing. So I usually don't do it in a way that's healthy, but I do it in a way that I like to, enjoy myself.
There's 2 things. One is to just go on a nice walk outside just to clear my mind and just put the homework down for a second. And the second is sometimes I might just go grab a big box of blueberries and just kind of stress eat for a little bit, but do it healthily with eating some blueberries.
Although it may look like procrastination, these are just simple ways to relieve your stress, not hope you study. Regardless, however you may prepare for the finals, consider trying something new. Tony Lundy, QUTV News, Quincy.
With only 3 more weeks left for the semester, finals are right around the corner. Finals run from May 6th through May 9th. Honor students recently attended a spring colloquium. It was a chance for honor students to hear from a distinguished speaker. Professor Daniel Strudwick is the director of the honors program. He presented this spring's guest speaker.
As the end of the spring semester approaches, the President's Honors College hosts its spring colloquium, offering students treats and refreshments.
I thought the presentation was great. I mean, it teaches a very valuable life lesson with telling us to grab the opportunity by the hand and just not waste our lives away.
This spring, Dr. Strudwick presented Dr. Sarah Voitry-Patton as a spring colloquium guest speaker. Dr. Voitry-Patton presented a speech titled "Leaving It All on the Field."
I also love the message that she gave to us to how we should not hold on to our own mistakes and we should carry on into future endeavors.
Dr. Voitry-Patton's message was to promote the importance of honors courses and how they changed her life to inspire new and old honors students to keep pursuing their goals.
Thank you, Kai. If you want to join the honors program, you can reach out to Daniel Strudwick and register for honors courses next fall.
Quincy University is a growing school with increasing enrollment. This upward trend has caused concern for housing new students, as there are only so many dorms available.
The 23 class broke records for QU as over 300 freshmen introduced themselves to the campus. With only so many rooms being available for these students, new options might have to be explored for housing. This housing is, of course, the dorms that are located at North Campus.
Overall, having a class in a dorm at North Campus would make life easier because it'd be walking distance, just like if you were on campus and had to go to Friars.
While opening up the dorms might sound like a great idea, a lot of work would have to be put into the building to make it livable for semesters at a time. The biggest concern is the security, as there is virtually none throughout the entirety of the building. Students have given opinions, however, on what the university can do to help this shortage of rooms.
One thing I do think the university should do is have freshmen live with a roommate, because that builds accountability with both people and not letting those roommates transfer out at semester. But if the influx of incoming students keeps going, we're going to need to open up these dorms again.
Good for about 1 to 3 nights, but from what you can see, they look nice, but a lot of it is what the eye can't see, as there's a lot of problems with plumbing and HVAC systems here. But if Quincy wants to get those fixed, they could reopen the dorms. Brian Capps, QUTV News, Quincy.
As QU's campus grows, the lack of rooms will become more of an issue in the near future, and North Campus may be a viable option.
Hey, you think it would be nice to live up here at North Campus, Jake?
Yeah, it'd be real nice. You know, I'd have all my comm classes here. I'd have the baseball locker room. I really wouldn't have to go anywhere else. Absolutely. Welcome back. The IT department has implemented a familiar program on all computers to help students with new tools.
Printing paper is a big necessity at most universities. Here at Quincy University, we have a new program to help students with the printing experience on campus. Here's a little bit more info about it.
So we've had paper cut implemented for years, but it was never implemented properly. Before, it was in there just to kind of keep track of how much students print to give them that $25 balance that students see. But now it actually assigns the printers. Before, they were all assigned manually.
Right here on the SSC, there's a new program to help students print called Paper Cut. Here's some students and faculty to tell you more about it.
New features that PaperCut added on. Before, it was just the amount of money that I have to print pages off, but now it's a lot more organized. It shows me how much pages I can print off, as well as it still shows me my balance.
Wesley Martin, QUTV News, Quincy.
If you haven't already, go down to the SSC before finals and check out the attributes in PaperCut.
Day-to-day campus life can get a little boring for some students. Now that the weather is warming up, students can find time to get off campus and see what the city of Quincy has to offer.
Just 5 minutes down the road, Parker Heights Park has a lot more to offer than just a trail, but you might have to do a little off-roading first.
A couple buddies told me about this spot, and it was just by a trail system that we were hanging out around, so went down, checked it out, and there's a couple trails over here that lead down to this beautiful little creek scenery, so there's bike paths, and it's just a really great space to hang out at.
And if you plan on going hiking through the creek, you should probably wear some better shoes than I did.
Now if you take a right out of Parker Heights Park or drive straight down Chestnut coming from campus, you'll stumble upon the not-so-secretive but gorgeous scenery at Riverview Park.
This is probably my favorite spot I've found in Quincy. I think it's probably the best view we have here. We got the river, we got the bridge, a lot of trees. So yeah, I think it's a perfect spot to kind of relax, get your stuff together, hang out with the guys. Nothing quite like it here.
So if you're looking to get off campus and enjoy the weather or some time with friends, you might just want to give these spots a shot.
With finals approaching and work starting to pile up, don't forget to give yourself a break from time to time, so get out and check out the parks in Quincy. They're waiting for you.
With the semester coming to an end, and that can only mean one thing, the long-awaited keg races is approaching. The event will be held on Saturday, May 4th at the Golf House. The golf team will be selling wristbands for $3.
You're right.
The money from the wristbands will go towards buying food, water, and renting a porta potty. At this year's keg races, there will be more activities including cornhole, darts, and spike ball, and much more. Keg races is a tradition that most seniors cherish.
I love keg races because it's a great tradition and we've done it for years. And it's just another way for us to act as a big university and just come all together.
Keg races includes each sports team at QU. It allows each sports team to show their creativity, and they design shirts with special themes on it each year. To participate, you must buy a wristband. You can contact any member of the golf team to get one.
Quincy University has announced their new head coach for the men's basketball team, and he is a familiar face to the Quincy community. Brad Hoyt comes to QU from John Wood Community College. He served as a head coach and athletic director at John Wood since 2011.
To our front players, we're going to be relentless in representing this university both on and off the floor through humility, consistent work, and being a great teammate. To our area high school coaches, I'm not going anywhere, and I'll talk to you all real soon once again. To the prospects and the recruits, we're here, and we're going to be relentless in finding you and surrounding you with big-time people, stacking days towards big-time moments. Your goals will become our goals, and our goals will become yours.
Hoyt has coached basketball in the tri-state area for over 25 years, mostly with John Wood Community College. His record with John Wood Community College is 269 and 156. He is the all-time wins leader for John Wood men's basketball and qualified for the national tournament 4 times. Home field advantage is important to athletes. They get to play at their home fields and home courts and in front of all their fans. A handful of players feel that there's a lot of difference playing home versus playing away.
Playing at home versus playing away can be a huge difference for some players. Some players it doesn't really affect as much if they play at home or away.
Yeah, I like to keep my routine the same no matter if it's a home or away game. The only thing that really changes is the away games. I like to do more like stretching of the legs because being on the bus for all that time, you get sore. So a little extra stretching on away games. But
as some players feel that home versus away doesn't really affect them, there are some that feel they prepare and feel better when at home.
Playing at home's nice. I know exactly what to expect. I can prepare the exact same way every time. Versus away, it's a new field. I have to prepare a little differently because I don't truly know what to expect just on their time. It's a little bit harder, but I try to keep it as similar as I can.
All players are different on how they play and all their different routines. Some think they can prepare better at home, and some it doesn't really matter for them. It all just depends on the player. Henry Balmer, QUTV, Quincy.
It may be a lot easier to play at home than away, as you have all your friends and people you go to school with to cheer you on.
What do you think, Tyler? Do you prefer home or away?
I mean, it's nice playing at home in front of your home fans, but there's just something special about walking into somebody else's stadium and taking home a win.
Nothing better than taking it in front of their home fans.
Mm-hmm.
Spring weather in Quincy has been hot and cold. Next up, Ryan Capps tells us more. Seeing all these cool outdoor spots earlier in the show around Quincy really makes me want to get out and see them.
Yeah, me too. I want to see what the city of Quincy has to offer off campus, but that's up to Mother Nature if she's going to allow it. You think she will, Ryan?
I mean, it's typical Midwest weather right now. As we got some weeks are extremely hot. You got 80s a couple weeks ago. Then you got super cold. So it'll just come down to her. She's a little confused as she likes to mix things up. But we'll take a look at what the future has in store. So as I've been saying, Mother Nature's been the big factor right now, as she's been a little confused. We'll see if she can get things sorted out. But right now, for the rest of this week, and the rest, we'll have some summertime weather here coming up. But the big thing is going to be that springtime beauty coming out in full effect, as you got the trees looking nice, and you have everything else, the tulips, the flowers, everything's going to be looking really nice here soon. But the little almanac for today is going to be the high of 66 and the low of 44. That's around the average of what you see around this time. But the record here coming in 2022 and 2021 for both records, as you had an 84 and a 30 high and low in that aspect of things. But today's temperature is about 66. That's going to be the average. It's where it's going to be sitting today, so it's going to be a pretty nice day. The sun's going to be out. It's going to be a little partly cloudy, but you're still going to have that sun out. It's going to look nice with a little bit of wind. Not too big of a deal, though, as that's not going to affect you too much. Then it's going to drop down extremely as you got weather's taking it down to 44. So you might want to grab a coat there because it's going to get real chilly. Then on to Thursday, it's going to be about the same temperature of 67, as you can see here. But the big difference here is that chance of rain. We'll see if it comes. You never know. It might or it might not, but we'll see, because that'll be interesting to see. But the big thing that you want to take note of is the weekend forecast. That's the part that everyone is excited for, especially with finals coming up. You know, we got that study during the week, but the weekends are the time to relax. As Friday is going to be about 72, then evening is going to drop down just a little bit, so it's still going to be a nice Friday evening, except for that chance of rain. That could dampen the mood a little bit. We'll see how you guys take it, if you can just look past that. But Saturday, it's going to be about partly sunny, but that 81 degrees is going to be extremely beneficial and exciting to look out for, as you got that spring game coming up for the QU Hawks and the football aspect of things. So we'll see that turn out for that. But I'll take a step back here, let you guys look at this 7-day forecast. Look at the highs and the lows here. As you see those 2 days where it gets to about 81 and 78. Those are during Saturday and Sunday, and this week it's going to be really nice then. But then you got those 2 days throughout the week of Tuesday and Wednesday where it goes to 74 and 76. That's going to be really exciting to see as well, as that's when you got the study time coming back, when you got those finals coming up. So it'll be nice to see how it's still, the sun's still out there, but it's going to be nice. So you can take kind of like a study break, especially with how jumbled up you can come down to the final of the semester. So that's going to be what the forecast is looking like.
Thanks for that weather recap, Ryan. I heard a QU student was rubbing elbows with their favorite baseball heroes over the weekend. That coming up next.
Finds innovation, problem solving, and creativity? Quincy University's engineering degree program specializes in electrical and mechanical engineering, providing students with a well-rounded education with hands-on experience.
We're looking for exceptional engineering graduates with the skills necessary to take on the challenges of today.
Let Quincy University help you achieve your goal. Contact us today and we will design a success plan just for you.
Discover the opportunity to pursue your degree with Quincy University's Illinois Tuition Promise program. If you're eligible, you'll receive 100% coverage of tuition and books, making college affordable. We'll design a success plan just for you.
At Quincy University, your success is by design. Rooted in the Franciscan and Catholic tradition, QU has more than 50 academic programs that will set you up for success. We'll work together to design a plan just for you. Visit discover.quincy.edu to schedule your campus tour today.
A QU student got the chance of a lifetime last Sunday. Hunter Hildebrand threw out the first pitch at the Cardinals game. Hildebrand is a music major at QU and started a program called Hunters Give Back, where he collects items for the St. Louis Ronald McDonald House. Hildebrand's family stayed there whenever he had a major surgery. You can find out more information about Hunters Give Back on his Facebook page with the same name. By the way, the Cardinals lost that day 2-0 to the Brewers.
Man, it would have been nice to throw out that first pitch myself as a baseball guy, especially in front of that crowd. But I wonder if he did throw a strike that.
I would have been swinging. I think he would have struck me out there.
You can't handle the ephus, Jake?
No, I need that heater. Thank you for watching QUTV this week. You can find more stories on QUmedia.net and our social medias.